Let me just quickly set this up before they start.
ZVZ final, boys. Doing it.
Eon Zerg's name is so annoying to type out when you want to do it with a proper case.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've typed it out so many times that I'm just like, yep, it's all ingrained. Alrighty then.
So just on my stream, I'm just going to quickly bring up the maps, just so people can remind themselves of what the full map pool is, because we haven't seen all the maps today, of course. There is still some codes left, by the way, guys, so do go to Matcherino. If you do exclamation mark Matcherino in my chat, I'll give you a list. You can donate the free $1 to the prize pool, courtesy of Matcherino, so thank you very much. To Sermi, who I believe is in my chat still, so thanks again. But we will be starting off on La Mancha, moving on to Flight Dreamliner, which we've not seen today. We saw a lot of that last week, though. Icarus as the third map, Neo Aztec as the fourth, and I've set up the overlay wrong because I put New Empire of the Sun. Let's actually just fix that quickly. Eye of the Storm as the final game. Let's actually just make sure that's reset as well. And there we go. Eye of the Storm is the final map. Who on earth is Cancer X? Let me go back and get Richley.
Get him. Richley, get in here.
I've told him to join. And you know what, Sale? I think we can unequivocally... Okay, I'm not going to say that word. I think we can confirm that the chat bug has actually been fixed. I've not seen a single complaint across 2 days of casting tournaments. I think Blizzard have done it. They have fixed the chat bug.
Yeah, Grant Davies is the man! Oh my god, thank you, Blizzard.
Looks like Eon Zerg is ready to go. Richley should be ready to go as well. There we go, we're going to go back to the game screen. And let's get into the first game of the grand finals of the Clash of Char number 11.
Oh baby, and I hope we don't have any lag in game. That would be very painful to play a ZVZ. Oh! Alright, this is fine. This happened before?
Yeah, this happened before. This should be okay.
Alright. Spawning here at the bottom right location as the Teal Zerg, we have Richley RRF.
Then spawning here in the bottom left, 7 o'clock position, we do have the Blue Zerg just coming out of the semi-final there. IFU's Eon Zerg. And unfortunately for Eon Zerg, he is going to get overlorded, so pretty unfortunate there for him.
Yep. We'll have to see what the builds are. I don't think Eon Zerg is quite as straightforward as Tai 2, going a 9-pull every game. He does mix it up a lot. I think he tends to go 12 hatch in the first games of these matches. If he does do that, though, he will get spotted super fast by Richley.
He will do indeed this Overlord direction. I think Richley in every game with casted of his so far today sent his Overlord in the right direction. I guess he's just been lucky with the spawns, because he is of course scouting towards the closer natural, given the fact it's probably the safest way to scout. And we do see gas first from Eon Zerg. No, actually that's a gas trick. Ignore me, I thought that was going to be something incredibly cool.
Oh my god, Kix. I am just getting so triggered by these gas tricks after no 9-pull. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I mean, you were saying before it's not actually that efficient, isn't it? So
no, it's bad. This has actually been worked out. Like, if the only time Gastric is worth it is if you 9-pull. It's been mathematically confirmed. Having said that, Eon Zerg went 10 hatch. What the heck?
Wait, 10 hatch? Yeah, wow.
Okay, well, maybe it works here. I actually don't know. Okay, I take it back. Maybe it's fine here. I have no idea. I've never seen a 10 hatch before.
Yeah, now we have casted so many ZVZs together over the past few months, and I have never seen a 10 hatch before. We see the 12 hatch coming up for Richley. He does have the drone advantage, but this hatchery is going to be done a lot sooner for Eon Zerg. He does put his pull up on 10 as well. Yeah, that was on 10, so he actually gas tricked again, and we see the gas coming up as well, so weird build coming up from Eon Zerg here.
I mean, this is basically just like a 9-hatch Ling All-In, right? Just on 10 instead of 9. So, Eon Zerg, you know, throwing in the Ling All-In, but unfortunately for him, he's going to get scouted first. Now, Ridgely should know hatchery's too early and should prepare for a Zergling All-In. And I'm not sure if Eonzer can really make this work. I mean, yeah, his gas and his spawning pool will be done faster, but not fast enough to make that much of a difference. Maybe? I'm actually not sure.
It looks like the spawning pool will finish for Eon Zerg. The Overlord finally does come in to scale everything that's going on for Richley. This second Overlord from Eon Zerg is going to take so long to actually move across to Richley's base, so he is going to have no information for the time being.
Yep. I guess the bright side for Eon Zerg is that he doesn't need that much information because he's just going Zergling all in, so it's like, well, he's going to get speed, he's going to make Zerglings, and it doesn't really matter what his opponent does, he's trying to kill him with Zergling. So,
yeah.
So it won't make as much difference. The real pain is that he got scouted straight away, so we'll see what Richley does. You can see immediately building the creep colony as soon as the hatchery finishes. The Lings from Eon Zerg, for some reason, are actually coming back.
Maybe he's worried about a counterattack. Maybe he really doesn't have any idea what's going on right now. He's sending one Ling to scout. Or maybe this could actually just be a reaction to knowing that where he scouted, he probably knows there will be a sunken colony in time, so could just be him pulling up Lings. It looks like he's continuing to add Lings from both of his hatcheries. Actually gas tricking at 18 to get an extra set of Lings. What on earth are we watching?
I guess this is because technically Richie could have done something like a 9 pool and sent Lings straight away to go kill Eon Zerg, so he wasn't really sure about that. Had to play it safe. But now obviously his Ling gets smacked by that sunken colony. He knows exactly what's going on here, and he's sending all of his Lings out. So there we go, guys. This is Ling all in. If Eon Zerg can kill Richley with this attack, then he wins. If it doesn't work, then he loses. Simple as that.
Yep, it looks like Richley has decided to build a lot of Lings himself. He is going up to a lair though. The Lings now have speed from Eon Zerg. They move in. Are they going to be able to get a good purchase on Richley's Lings? Another load of Lings come in to defend. And I think this is going to be the end.
This is just GG.
Yeah,
yep,
GG.
GG from Eon Zerg.
Very quick first game. It is a ZVZ, of course, but even for a ZVC, that was fast. Really well played by Richley. Perfect defense. And all of that is purely based on the fact he got overlorded as well, so Eon Zerg cannot be feeling good after that game.
I mean, I guess that's why you try builds like that in the first game as well. You know, go for the all-in, doesn't work. Yeah,
it's not too bad. It looks like Eon Zerg must be hosting again. Either that or he's watching the replay, but he's not come back to the lobby just yet, I don't think. Oh no, there he is. Yeah, the next game will of course be on Flight Dreamliner. This is close by air spawns, so Mulus are going to be a little bit stronger here.
TW King is also saying in the chat that apparently yesterday Eon Zerg lost to Richley 2-1.
Cool, so this is a revenge match now for Eon Zerg. Of course, this is a best of 5. You are tuning in, if you're just tuning in as well, to the grand finals of the Clash Royale number 11. This is now the second game, and it looks like we're going to get into the game as soon as possible. Eon doesn't want to wait around.
Alright. Dreamliner. Oh man. This is guaranteed close air spawns, like Python close air spawns. I guess it's actually not as bad though, because the mineral lines are facing away from each other. Actually, like, isn't there a slight positional imbalance though on Python? For example, if you get 12 versus 3, the 3 minerals are against the map edge, and the 12 minerals are facing to the right. Is that right?
I guess they are, so I guess there is a slight positional advantage here, but let's see how it goes. Looks like we will get that little bit of lag that we have had in the previous games in the series with Richley at the start of the game. The weird thing is, you'd think it's just because he's Korean, but Seriosity gets this as well and he's American. But his lasts for like a second, and that's even worse because like it really throws off your splits when you play against him.
Oh man. Oh, that's pretty funny actually. Ha!
Because for him, he just gets a black screen, but of course we are in the second game, and spawning in the 3 o'clock position, we do have the yellow Zerg, Eon Zerg.
And at the 6 o'clock, as the white Zerg, we have Richley. And it's funny your point about missing splits, because wasn't like Cadenzi complaining when Remaster just came out that because of the new 16:9 resolution, it actually is confusing because your hatchery is no longer centered when you're like trying to do the split in the beginning, so you have to move your mouse to a different position. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things, and the other problem is sometimes a lot of people have learned to like base things out based on screen size. So I think that's why a lot of people still use 4x3. It's one of the reasons why I do.
Yep. Wait, you use 4x3?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh wait, of course. I watch a stream. Huh.
Yeah. It also makes it easier to stream as well, because with 16:9 you have to put stuff over the game, and I've never really liked that too much. I think it gets in the way.
Well, there's space along the bottom, like on the command bar.
Yeah, I suppose so. I guess I'm just a stickler for old habits. Old habits die hard. I can't get used to these new fandangled fancy graphics. That's the same reason why I have dynamic lighting turned off as well.
Well, to be fair, dynamic lighting looks kind of weird and makes things hard to see. In the meantime, by the way, guys, 12 patch here from Eonzorg and from Ridgely. This is kind of the usual spiel I give in close air positions on Python is, of course, both players go and play very greedy compared to most CVZs because obviously you get a very early scout off, so you can afford to make a lot of drones. And you can see both players actually going 12 hatch and then a 12th drone before the pool. In fact, Ridgely even going for the gas first, and Eonzorg matching him.
Yep, of course, Ridgely is slightly further ahead in the build. Now, the one interesting thing about this map, I'm actually going to zoom out and show it. There's actually a straight path straight the way down between the two mains. This is one of the interesting things about this map. It is very much a strange map, and I can understand why people don't really want to play it, but the expansions actually move around the outside. It is, of course, a plane shape, and there is actually an island base. I don't think we'll see this taken in a ZVZ, but you never know, we could have a crazy hive-level ZVZ.
There's two islands, right? I just realized the top left corner is also an island.
Yes, only just. It is an island.
But the top left is like a horrible island. Siege tanks can siege you from the outside, so I don't know why you would ever want to take that island. But anyway, what do we got in the main bases? How's the pool timing looking? Identical for both players. I mean, they're basically just copying each other here. I think Eonzorg got his gas like a second later, so maybe he's just copying Ridgely's build or something.
Possibly. I can't remember who it was said they did that. I think it may have been Lancer X or someone they were playing. Oh no, I think it was Terra. Terra said he was watching Shiny play one game they were playing. I think that was the first time they ever played. And he said all he was doing was copying exactly what he saw Shiny do, and then doing it like a second or two later because he obviously had to react.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. For a second there, actually, Eonzorg got one drone ahead, but now it looks like Ridgely is one supply ahead, but it looks like that might be from Zerglings, not drones. He's built the first 4 Zerglings, and Eonzorg should be able to build reactionary Zerglings here. This is why it allows, having the Overlord Scout, the easy Overlord Scout allows you to get extra drones, because as soon as you see the Lings coming out, you just start making your own Lings, and you can counter him because of the travel distance, and then you're just a drone or two ahead. So I don't think these Lings should do anything. You can see well, you should see some Lings popping out. Okay, there are 2 Lings. We're starting to lag a little bit. Hopefully that's just a little blip in the matrix. Uh-oh. What's going on here?
Oh, this could be bad. Let me just make sure I have nothing running. I'm even going to close Battle.net, because I know sometimes Battle.net decides, oh, you want to update WoW now, and it's like, no, I don't.
Yeah, I don't see anything updating on my Battle.net. If this goes on for like another 10 seconds, I might actually leave the game.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, I'm out! We out, boys.
Okay, so the good thing is there's no delay on my stream, so you should be able to still cast from there. It looks like that actually fixed the lag, so feeling a little bit better. We do have Lings moving in from Ridgely into the natural, not managing to get a drone, but they do scout the Spire. Interesting Spire position for Eonzorg, actually. Looks like the Lings are in chase, and Ridgely doesn't really have that many Lings at home either, so this could actually be a very successful counterattack, but there is the creep colony.
Wow, I can't believe I was actually the lagger there. Feels bad, man. Like, the last time I did that is like, no, actually somebody else was lagging, but, alright, well, as you said, I can cast from the stream, so it looks like we got a Ling attack coming down here for Eonzorg. Something calling on the way, but it might not be in time here. And is Eonzorg actually going to be able to bust through here? It looks like he might be able to. This look very different from last game.
He's busting through, he's killed all the Lings, he's killing the drones, the Sunken is down as well! And all that's remaining is 2 Lings for Aeon Zerg, but more Lings do start flooding in, and we reach Ling parity once again. It looks like more and more Lings being built by Aeon Zerg. He's going to try and take down this hatchery, and Richley is forced into many, many more Lings. It looks like Richley may actually get the better of this engagement. He does have the better surround. The Aeon Zerg continuing to go for the throat here. Can he get the hatchery? If he gets the hatchery, I think he wins the game automatically. The hatchery on 400 health now. Is this going to be enough? I kind of don't want to take my camera away from this because everything is riding on this hatchery, staying alive or dying for Richley, and Aeon Zerg takes it down.
Oh man, it looks like I'm like 10 seconds behind you, Kick, so I think you should probably just go ahead solo.
Okay, I didn't realize there'd be that much delay, but the Lings of Aeon Zerg are actually pushing in. A nice drone drill saves the Sunken Colony, but 2 drones do go down. And it looks like we finally do see the first Mutalisk coming out. Scourge from Aeon Zerg even, just making sure to kill any possible Mutalisks that Richley would be building. He did build the 3 Mutalisks to start with, and the Scourge are just going to chase these Mutalisks away. And there is pretty much nothing other than some insane micro that will keep Richley in this game. He is down to 1 hatchery worth of production. More Scourge actually coming out from Aeon Zerg. Richley doing a really good job with his micro though, not really achieving too much with the Scourge. I think 2 of them actually went off on an Overlord. I didn't hear anything else die, so a bit unfortunate there. And we do see an extra hatchery, 3rd hatchery now coming up for Aeon Zerg, who has supply blocked Richley. That was intentional to blow up the Overlord. And Aeon Zerg looks like he's just going to try and defend. He knows that there's no way, as soon as this 3rd hatchery comes in, that he should be able to lose this game. And we see some intense microing. The Scourge actually taking out the Scourge from Richley. Richley with 4 Mutalisks right now, but I'm not sure it really matters. Another Muta pops out for Aeon Zerg. It's 5 versus 4. And here we go, the micro battle continues. ZVZ is one massive long micro battle here. 2 of the Mutalisks from Richley die. The 3rd one dies, the 4th one dies, and GG is called. Aeon Zerg ties up the grand finals 1-1, and we will be moving on to Icarus. Okay,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna host this time. Let's see if I can do it.
Was it still lagging? Oh, Aeon Zerg says it was still lagging.
Okay, it didn't look like it was, but
yeah, but it's much easier for the players to tell.
Yeah, maybe we can cast from replays, I guess.
Yeah, wanna tell?
Yeah, so we're going to go for a few minute break while we wait for the next game. Probably the best for the players. I'll just update my overlay. And then me and Sail will get a drink or something. Keep you guys entertained, hopefully, for the time. Looks like Scan is being questioned about who he likes and dislikes, or who likes and dislikes him. So a bit awkward there, but let's give Aeon Zerg that win. Nicely played by him. Franco says, how about turn rate 14 and high latency? I mean, it's something you could try, but probably best just to cast from the replays just for now. Just to make sure everything is fine for the players. Everything should be up, so I am going to throw up the back shortly screen, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay guys, I am back. I'm guessing Sail is probably still here. I don't think he actually went anywhere. Just muted himself.
Yo.
But we are just waiting for them to pop out of their game. At least this time. It is only a ZVZ, so we may not be waiting a long time for their game, so it should be okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna post what Cadenzi was spamming at me for like the past 10 minutes or so. She was testing her keyboard or something, and it's kind of funny. There we go. Really weird. I just checked Discord and I was like, well, what on earth is going on? But there we go. You can see the fun as well. Looks like she's just gonna order her new keyboard. You can see my
Nice.
Wait, was that your cat meowing?
Yep. Hey,
Nice.
You want to fix the keyboard?
You know what? The cool thing is, this time we actually caught it on camera, or not camera, caught it on microphone rather than me yesterday where I was muted. When I was doing the Zotac stream, and like my cat meowed and you was like, ah, so cute, and then it sounded like you were talking to yourself.
Yep. Damn, I should have figured out a way to mute myself here and make it look like you were crazy.
I don't think it's possible. It was only because I muted myself in OBS that the problem was. Rote, you know what? I would actually play in that tournament. I don't know if you read the name. I'm not going to read the name out here because I'm not sure how old the people are watching this. I don't want to swear at some poor little innocent child who's not probably already heard everything before. But yeah. What's what behind me? That is my cat. Wrong side. This side. She is just washing herself again, you know, because that's what cats do. It's all good. Oh, and the thing, like, on... The thing that side is actually my front door. So I do live in a bed sit, so I have, like, 2 rooms. It's not great, but it works, and it's all good, you know. Can't complain. Hopefully they're not lagging this time. I imagine they probably would have jumped out if they were still lagging, because I get the feeling that Eon Zerg probably would complain about that. But we do have Eon and Richley out, so we're going to be able to jump into this third game here. Hopefully everything should be up to date. I actually just checked my overlay over on the other screen. Eon is going to host the replay, so hopefully you're already sail, because we are going to jump into this third game. Just while I do that, I'm just going to bring up the Clash of Char overlay so you guys can see the map. There is, of course, just quickly, I don't want to do this because I've never been able to do this on stream before. Wait, I'm pointing the wrong way. To my left. Wait. Yeah, to my left. Even though I'm pointing right, this is so confusing. There is a code. Go put that in Maturino and everything should be fine. It looks like Eon Zerg is trying to get me into the game. But unfortunately, I couldn't find it. Looks like we've lost Sail.
I'm here. I'm
oh
back.
no. Oh,
Sorry.
cool.
My cat's been bugging me.
Well, it is probably past feeding time again. Looks like we're going to jump into this replay. Hopefully... Wait, if Eon Zerg leaves, can we still see the replay?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Right, so Alt-Y to get rid of the replay overlay, and I believe it's Alt-Q? No, Alt-Q is quit. Don't want to do that. What is the button to get rid of the Alt-F? Right, okay. There we go. So, spawning in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the Orange Zerg, IFU's Eon Zerg.
And at the 3 o'clock position as the White Zerg, it will be Richley RRF.
You know what's happening again, Sail? Eon Zerg's getting overloaded again.
Oh man,
Richley
unlucky.
with the godlike scouting. Look at this.
Never lucky rubber ducky. Alright, well, I guess we'll see what the builds are going to be this time, of course. Last game, you can't really get any information from it, obviously. Dreamliner on that super close air position map gave rise to basically 12 hatch into gas first builds, super greedy builds. So really, the only thing we have to go by so far is in the first game where it was a 10 hatch all in. versus a 12 hatch. And looks like this time Eon Zerg might actually be going over gas.
Yeah, we see the Overlord coming up for Richley as well. Let's see what he does. Looks like he may actually be going into that, into the 12 hatch again. So this overgas could actually be pretty good. Now, what does the overgas symbolize? Is this just a quicker link speed, I guess? It looks like we do have the spawning pool coming up. The cool thing is, this being a replay, we can actually see all of the status bars and everything. So that's one benefit.
That can. It's not just for the link speed. I mean, you know, obviously once you get to the Spire level, gas is super important for all your units. So it kind of like is building up an early bank of gas. Although having said that, the last time we saw an overgas, the overgassing player actually pulled one off the gas and went 2 drones mining, which kind of confused me a little bit because then it's kind of counterintuitive. But on the other side, it is just the expansion here afterwards from Richley. So Eon Zerg is going to have to make something happen with his build. He'll be behind.
Kind of interesting, in fact, that Richley didn't go for that 12 hatch. I guess he did scout early enough. The layer is coming up for Eon Zerg, but of course he won't have that early second hatchery. So this could go in Richley's favor as we go later into the game. He will have a later layer though. His layer only just started.
Yep. So Eon Zerg has gone for the layer before speed. Definitely makes sense. He's aiming for that Spire level engagement, and well, he's just gonna make a little Zergling wall at the top of his ramp. He actually did get Zergling speed as well. I was wondering if he would skip it and just play super defensive with the Zerglings, but I guess having the link speed is still quite important. It gives you more options against the fast expand because you can go in the back with the Mutas, go in the front with the Zerglings, that sort of thing. And it looks like Eon Zerg's second Overlord is going to get down here, and he's going to see the lair on the way for Richley.
He is indeed. He also sees a couple of lings popping out. He's going to be able to scout the drone count as well. This is a pretty good scout for Eon Zerg. He is probably going to have to turn that Overlord straight around as soon as the Spire comes back up. So as long as it took him to actually get the scouting information, he won't be able to keep it for long.
Yep. I have to skedaddle right out of there. It'd be interesting to see if Richley chases the Overlord with his own Overlord. Sometimes you get those like tracking ones, like kind of like how we see it at the bottom of Eon's base already. And I like the preemptive creep colony from Eon Zerg. Although actually the lings are already moving out, so I say preemptive, but maybe it's just he saw the lings coming out now. It looks like we're gonna have ling on ling engagement in the middle of the map. The numbers actually look really close. Richley had a better arc in the beginning, but I think Eon Zerg might come out on top here just barely. 3 lings to 1, and indeed he will.
Pretty good reinforcement there, but there is another 4 lings coming down from Richley, leaving his base right now. Eon Zerg still building lings to try and hold on to his ramp. He doesn't want to lose to a ling all-in. The Spire is nearly finished for Eon Zerg. Just 100 health left on that, and he is only about 200 health above Richley's Spire, so not going to be too much of a benefit actually, though, although he is up by nearly 200 gas, so...
Oh, we got the Ling attack at the front though. Eon Zerg's gonna have to fall back. He does already have the Sunken Colony, as we saw previously, so he should be completely fine here. The Mutas are morphing for him, and Richley's Spire isn't quite done yet. Ooh, nice drone snipe on the bottom there. Eon Zerg not pulling it in time.
Yeah, looks like we do have the... Well, actually, it looks like Richley is building some Scourge, but not going into Mutalist straight away. Ooh. Actually going for Mass Scourge like Eon Zerg did in the previous game. Looks like another, at least 1 or 2 drones, I think, did go down there. Eon Zerg forced to pull some off onto the gas. Even adding a second creep colony here, just to make sure he doesn't die. This is... I guess Eon Zerg at this point is actually pretty all in. A second hatchery, of course, is done for Richley, and here come the lings.
The lings are going in. They're trying to kill as many drones as possible. A second Sunken Colony from Eon Zerg, though, does complete above the spawning pool. He's down to 6 drones mining against the 10 drones in total of Richley. So he's super far behind on the drone count. But it looks like Richley actually is now supply blocked.
Oh.
And I think Eon Zerg left the game.
Yeah, I think Eon Zerg maybe GG'd and then left immediately. That doesn't pick it up on replays. But yeah, Eon Zerg was just too far behind. I mean, if we look at the... We can actually rewind here, which is kind of cool. Go back like 10-15 seconds. You can see the Eon Zerg was trying to be a little bit... Wait, I can't control it because I'm not the owner of the replay.
Yep.
Oh well, let's back out of that. Hopefully we'll be able to jump into the next game. Hopefully it won't be too soon though, because it does mean we'll have a very quick finals. But of course, that does put Richley up 2-1 in the grand finals, so pretty well played by him. Let's update the overlay, and they will be moving on to Neo Aztec. So they'll be currently playing at the moment. So once again, I guess we just need to wait just a moment. I'm gonna check my overlay just to see if all the codes have been used. No, they haven't, so wait. Unless it's not working anymore. The prize pool is $159. Just to go through the donations, just to thank people for A, using the code, and B, also just donating. Gabriel Verlaine, a huge thank you to him again, donating $100 again. That man is one of the most generous people in the Brood War community, I think. And Moontang Spacewalk with the $15 donation, thank you very much for that as well. Andy M, thank you for donating $6. Post 4K, a huge thank you as well for the $4 donation, and Dimian with the $2 donation as well, so thank you very much to him. And that will, as I said, put the final prize pool, at least for now, up to $159, so pretty good going. Pretty even with a lot of the other Clash of Chars as well, so far. So it's nice, we've got like a consistent prize pool going on. Thank you to the generous community.
To host the Kick Star League.
Yeah. I mean, the Kickstar League where it's only Plasma. Maybe Judgment Day is like the deciding map.
By the way, Ranko says that your overlay is wrong. It's not RFF, it's RRF.
Whoops, okay, I can fix that.
Good times. Hey, Richley came back.
Oh, he did. That was a very quick game.
There's a guy in here called White Christmas. Isn't that the name of that Black Mirror episode that's like super freaky?
Possibly. His real ID is actually Plague-U as well. Plaguw. I guess that's a really weird Plague-U. Guys, if the code is no longer working, I'm guessing the code is done with. But either way, of course, a huge thank you to Maturino for giving me those codes to begin with. We did get $35 worth of prize pool from them, so huge thank you to them. That all goes to the players, of course. The prize distribution is 50% of the prize pool to the winner, 30% to the runner-up, and 10% each to third and fourth. So at least the semi-finalists will go home with something, which is all fun. Eon Zerg hasn't come back yet, which is weird. Maybe he's hosting the replay already.
He's in game 394.
Maybe he's watching the replay. I guess maybe he wants to check what happened.
I'm unable to join the game.
Oh, it looks like he may have... Nope, that was you coming back to the thing. I saw the number go up, so I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna go back into the game, but nope, not quite yet.
I think he actually started without us. What the heck?
Rich is here though, so who did he start with?
I have no idea. Is it like a fake sale running around?
To be honest, I would imagine maybe... Ah, cool. Of course he does. Let's join on him. Hopefully that's not a spoiler though.
I was actually thinking that it was, but I didn't want to.
Apparently Richley's American, according to Scan, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, what?
He's Korean, born in the US, like, I don't think Scan was born in the US, but I know Scan lived in the US for a long, long time, so... Wait, I'm actually looking at the wrong screen. You can see my ghetto overlay. Oh no, hide the cracks, just hide it all.
Looking
there we go.
behind the curtain.
Okay, so we are moving into the fourth match, which will be on Neo Aztec, Richley hosting it up for us, thankfully. So let's get going. Looks like he's ready to say go. I guess we're ready to go, because we've been ready. We're always ready, Sail.
We are indeed always ready. The cat is ready. She's here to cast. Come on, cat. It's ZVZ on Neo Aztec. Ready?
And starting us off, spawning... Oh, wow, okay, we're getting lag in the replay. Spawning over on the 9 o'clock position, we do have the Teal Zerg, Richley RRF.
And his opponent at the 12 o'clock position is the Purple Zerg. We do have IFU Eon Zerg. Can he put a stop to the Korean Reign of Terror? Or will Richley take the cake here? So we'll find out.
The one important thing is they're actually both scouting the exact same way with the Overlord, so no one's going to get Overlorded here. But the weird thing is, look at how Richley isn't scouting to the close natural again. He's got like a second... He's got a game sense of a god, knowing exactly where Eon's are.
Wrong screen!
Wait, oh no, wait, where are we? Ah, fixed. Whoops, luckily enough we didn't miss anything important. I am rubbing my sweaty brow right now. That could have been bad. Luckily enough it's a replay though, because if I did mess it up, we could just start the replay again, because we do have it now. So back out, go back in, it's all good. Looks like both the Overlords will see each other. And we are going to see a very normal game from here, I believe.
We are indeed. The Overlords just saying goodbye to each other, and we are going to see...
Eon Zerg's doing 12 hatch, or maybe 12 pool. Yeah, it's 12 pool.
Overpool versus 12 pool.
I'm not sure who realistically this benefits. I guess it would be Eon Zerg, because he does have the extra lings, the extra drones, but his gas will be later, so I guess we'll soon see. Let's see what both players can make of it.
Yeah, so theoretically, you know, I guess traditionally maybe, the 12 pool has the advantage, but as Dane and I would say, there are no build order counters in ZVZ. You can still make anything happen. You can use that faster gas, get the faster speed, make some magic happen with your Zerglings. There are plenty of ways to come back, as demonstrated by Jaedong's outrageous ZVZ win rate.
Yeah, looks like we do have the lair coming. This is almost like not an exact mirror of the previous game, but we do have Richley this time going for the very quick lair, and Eon Zerg actually going for the second hatchery, so this could be very interesting. Let's see exactly what's going to happen here. The Lings are on the way from Richley. What are they going to be able to do?
Well, I guess we'll see here. I wonder how many drones Eon Zerg is going to pull, if any. I think again, if 12 pull versus 9 pull, you pull 2 drones. I'm not sure about 12 pull versus overpull. He's actually not pulling any, so I guess you don't need to. Which kind of makes sense, given that we can see the Lings actually even have time to get up onto the top of this narrow ramp. And Richley, it seems, is just going to pull back. He realized that he saw from the Overlord the timing of the Lings coming out, so he knows there's no way for him to actually break up the narrow ramp, and moving around the side takes a little bit too long and it's perhaps a bit risky. So he's just going to chill for the time being and try and use that faster layer to his advantage.
He is indeed. It looks like the Lings are just moving around trying to catch possibly any Lings from Eon Zerg. He didn't see where they went after the Overlord saw them. So he's just looking around, checking that there's not going to be any weird counterattacks. The lair looks like it is finished now for Richley. He does go immediately into the Spire. His Ling speed is almost done. And it looks like he's going to have Ling speed considerably faster than Eon Zerg is. So can he make something happen with this?
I guess we'll see here. Ling's coming in. There's the Ling speed. Here we go. All right. Day9 right about this. I mean, Day9 can barely beat the AI, so I'm not sure why I'm listening to what he's saying, but find out. Well, the Lings are just gonna chill for a second here. They're perhaps just scaring Eon Zerg a little bit. Eon Zerg nicely positioning that Overlord to see all the Lings coming in. All right, he's moving in. He's going to go around the side. Richley, he's looking for the angle. Eon Zerg has his Lings in position. Even without speed, he has the defensive arc, but it looks like, look at Richley absolutely murdering Eon Zerg's Lings. Eon Zerg, I think his speed actually just finished right there, but it's a little bit too late in the engagement. But with that little narrow choke point, Richley unable to bring his numbers to bear. winning just barely by 3 lings to 1 here, but those 3 lings, how much damage can they do? The last ling of Eon Zerg is dead, and Eon Zerg is in a lot of trouble, I think, right now.
Oh, that
One
was a
drone
nice
falling.
Yeah, that was a nice drone attack though. He did manage to focus all the drones on one lane. Does it again. Really nice micro there. Only losing 1 drone to those 3 lings so far. And it looks like Eon Zerg's actually going to go for a counter-attack.
Oh, indeed he is. He knows that Richly committed a lot of lings to that attack. Is there a Sunken Colony on the way? Yes, there is. So I don't think these 2 pairs of lings from Eons are going to do that much. Maybe they can kill 1 drone before the Sunken finishes. They do indeed kill 1 of the drones. If they can get a second, that would be superb for Eon Zerg. He's already dealt with the lings in his own base, but there come the Mutas and the Sunken Colony at the same time. And that is the end of Eon Zerg's counterattack.
It is, his Spire has finished, so he is going into 6 Scourge to counteract these 3 Muteless, but Richly has shown that he has pretty good Muteless micro. Are these Scourge even going to be able to connect? He needs to watch out, his drones may even go down here. As Scourge popping out the last possible second, 1 drone already down.
Oh, 1 connection there against Richly's Mutas. Is he going to be able to micro down? Nice micro there. Oh, it takes another connection. It does finish off one of the Mutas, but only 1 Scourge left for Eon Zerg. He's got 3 Zerglings now coming down, trying to avoid the Sunken Colony, trying to pick off any drones that they can. Meanwhile, Muta Scourge coming in to take down... Oh, Eon Zerg, he didn't pay attention. He lost 1 Muta for free over his main hatchery. The Zergling counterattack did actually kill 1 drone, but that's it. And now he's losing more drones in his main base. 2 Mutas left for Richly. Very, very difficult to patrol micro against Scourge with very small numbers of Mutas, but it's looking like Richly's taking control of the air. Eon Zerg is in huge trouble right now. He's making more emergency Scourge, but he's losing all of his drones.
He is indeed. He's only down to 4 or 5 drones now, I think. Actually at 7 supply. I think Richly has just secured his first win in the Clash for Char. He will be the champion as GG is called by Eon Zerg in this 4th and final game of this week's tournament.
Oh man, rip Eon Zerg. Richly taking it down, the unknown player coming in today. I mean, I think as far as I know, he first showed up in the Zotac Global Cup yesterday, and is now won a Clash for Char. So it'd be interesting to see if he sticks around and starts playing in these tournaments.
Yeah, hopefully he does. It's been very exciting watching this game so far. I did see a couple of them yesterday, and of course we did see a few of them today, playing some really nice series. Eon, of course, not to be counted out. He will win 30% of the prize pool, having a pretty, I would say, a tough way up the bracket, but this is Eon Zerg, and he does finish the games incredibly quickly, so I think the tough thing for him was actually waiting for the final. He'd been waiting a while, but congratulations, of course, to Richly once again for winning the tournament, and Eon Zerg for getting the 2nd place. And of course, I'll let you say any thank yous and things you want to say, and then I'll finish off, so...
No, not really. Thank you to all the viewers. Thanks to Kix for having me on here. And, yeah, tune into more tournaments next weekend. Another TL Open, and I assume another Clash for Char.
Yep, there will be another Clash for Char next Sunday. The Zotac qualifiers are over now, so we won't be casting for 10 hours unless there's some crazy stuff going on. But I won't be available on Saturday, so I guess they'll be casting with someone else next week. But I will be back on Sunday for Clash for Char number 12. And I hope you all do tune in. Thank you once again to everyone who donated, everyone who watched, and of course everyone who played. If it wasn't for the fact that you guys were all playing in the tournament, there wouldn't be a tournament to even cast. So thank you very much. Hope you all have a great end to your weekend. It's nearly over for me in Sale, unfortunately. For our friends in Europe, it's going to be even closer to work day. But you know what? We've still got a few hours left of the weekend, so let's enjoy it. Thank you all once again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and please do have a good week, and we'll see you next weekend.
Peace.